Continuing the conversation about VR&E, in this second video in our mini-series, we want to talk more about the process. So remember, it's 2 steps. First, we determine if you're eligible, then we determine if you're entitled. Okay, Margarita, so this fictitious veteran in my example has been determined to be eligible, now approaches entitlement, and I understand this is when they meet the VRC. What happens next?
Yeah, it's a great question. So when they meet with the VRC, that's part of when the evaluation happens. What are the veterans' interests, aptitudes, and abilities, their service-connected disability impairments? That leads to a decision on whether the veteran meets the legal entitlement criteria. So the VRC, it's an interactive process. The veteran's sitting with the counselor, they're having this conversation, looking at all the information, and then the VRC will notify the veteran in that counseling session, you are entitled, and give them written notice so that they know that they are entitled.
And then once I'm entitled, what happens?
So then at that point, the planning begins, and that's where the counselor works with the veteran on determining a career path. And then once a career goal has sort of been narrowed in on, then the counselor will help the veteran determine what training requirements are there, what skills do you need to have or credentials, what services do you need. If you don't need training, maybe you just need help with your resume and job seeking skills. And then all of that stuff gets developed into a contract essentially between the VA and the veteran.
And who pays?
So the wonderful thing is the VA pays for everything necessary to accomplish the goals of that plan.
That sounds pretty good. And you learn more by going to our website. And tell me what happens when I call this number.
So when you call 1-800-827-1000, that's the VBA call center. If you're interested in VR&E, you can ask them basic questions, but really what they're going to do is send you to, transfer you, a warm handoff to a VR&E division, especially if you've already applied and you have questions and need to know how to reach your counselor if you don't have their direct number.